Hey YouTube and Reddit, I'm DJ Smuv and I want to show you how to record on an overly loud track. I know you've downloaded a beat or two or a million and they're just way too loud to get a good mix on. So let me show you how to record and mix your vocals into the track, making room with your own voice. Real quick, I've got an acapella and a 2-track mix of a song that I recorded already loaded up in Pro Tools. You can do this in Fruity Loops, Logic, anything. The plugin that we're going to be using to carve out this space is a dynamic EQ made by TDR Nova. Personally, I use a paid plugin from Waves called the F6 RTA, but this is very similar. It just lacks a couple of features that the Waves plugin has. But this is free. So let me show you how to take and turn down frequency ranges in your beat using your vocals. So the first thing is put your beat on auxiliary 1 and your vocals on auxiliary 3 and 4. We've got that lined up here. We'll just press play right quick. You know I've got 2-track. I got my Vox here. They're already loaded up with this program right here. And this track right here is my vocals. So let's look at the frequency range of my vocals and see where the energy is concentrated. This stuff has already been mixed. This is a demo for you.
Let me tell you a story, yo.
If you look at my vocal range here, it's really flat because we mixed it. But pay attention to where the vocal energies are, which are around 300 to about 3K. The top end we don't really need to worry about, but we do want to carve out the middle of this beat. This beat is not over compressed, but this is how I mix pretty much everything. So this plugin is going to allow me to see the frequency curve of both the beat and the vocals. So we looked at the vocal range. I know where my vocal range is. Yours is right there in the same area. You might have a little more bass here, a little more treble there. You use the EQ by ear anyways. The beat, let's look at the frequency response of the beat. And look where the energies are concentrated most.
It's your boy DJ Smuv.
This is a peak
Let me tell you a story, yo.
display and not RMS, but that's okay. If we look at the beat, we see we got a little bit of a scoop here in it, and the hi-hats are kind of low, not too low, but the bottom end looks great. So what I want to do is I want to take these two bands and I want to use my vocal track to turn them down in relationship to the volume of my vocals. And how do we do that? With Sidechain Compression. Real quickly, I'm going to show you this graph. This is a Sidechain Compression, and basically you take an audio signal and send it over to the control of a compressor that turns up the ratio up or down based on the loudness level of what the signal that you're sending over to it, in this case my vocals. We set that up on Pro Tools with the key input, and in this instance I'm going to use bus 9 as my sidechain. And unfortunately, this is right. This is on my 2-track compressor. Now, the other TDR Nova plugin, we were just using to look at the frequency range of the vocals to see where we want to carve out. This is where we do the work. So on the 2-track dynamic EQ, the Nova, let's focus on turning on a bus insert, and then from here the first thing is to turn off the bottom and the top and start on 1 band. So we're going to take this 1 band and go up here to the internal and turn it to external sidechain, and from here we can click the sidechain to see the signal coming in from my vocals. Now we just need to do one last thing, and that is send a signal from my vocals to bus 9 and 10 and we want to pull this in here so you can see it, and just press down the Alt key and hit the mix fader. It'll take it right to 0. This is not going to be in the signal of the beat at all. It's just telling the compressor what to do with that band of frequencies that it's working on. So let's go ahead and press play and see what we're looking at. Now look for something here.
DJ Smuv. Yeah. Let me tell you a story, yo. Hey. I said it. It ain't no lie, just ain't happened yet. Yeah. It ain't no lie, it ain't happened yet. That's right. My drip is custom made.
So what we have to do is tell this what to do. I don't actually want to turn the gain down with this. I want to turn on my threshold button and look at the level of signal at this frequency band from about, where is this at? Center of 400, which is good. If you look at this little blue line, the threshold, that tells you how much gain reduction you're going to be hitting. So using the threshold knob here, I can give me a ratio of what I want, maybe 2.5, and tell it where to hit. So look at the little halo of the signal, and you can set it.
It's your boy DJ Smuv.
Where to kick in at. So in this case,
I said it. It ain't no lie, just ain't happened yet.
I don't need a whole lot.
Yeah. It ain't no lie.
And then we're gonna do that on the second band up here. Let's move it about 1.8-ish, 1.7, and turn on our threshold and look at the sidechain signal, how loud it is at this frequency point.
It's your boy DJ Smuv. Yeah. Let me tell you a story, yo. Hey, I said it. It ain't no lie, just ain't happened yet.
Now we can look at how this affects the final mix of the beat. So now we're setting everything into the track.
My drip is custom made. My frame's blocking your hate ray with black lemonade.
Now that track is sitting right in there. You can see how much is turning it down. You can see where it's starting to kick in. If you want a little bit more aggressive compression, you use that right there. Personally, I like to have a much faster release time on my if I'm working with a 2-track. It just needs to be less aggressive. You don't want to be able to hear it in the so much as be able to hear your voice on top of it, right? That's all this is. We're just clearing out space. Now,
It's your boy DJ.
if you want to know more about the differences in, say, waves options, there's not a whole lot. I just want to show you, if you've got the Waves 10, this F6 came out, and this is a 6-band EQ. It's got all of the same functions except for one, and that is stereo, mid, and sides. And if you've got this right here, if you've got Windows 10, if you've got Waves 10 bundle or what have you, then you'll just use the mid section right here to carve out those frequencies. Same deal with sending the sidechain over. Same deal with turning on external sidechain source. The same thing. A lot of people like the Nova better, even though it's free. I don't have an opinion. I've never really used the Nova. I just found it, and you guys don't always have Waves plugins. You don't have paid plugins. So this is a free plugin, allows you to turn your vocals down on a turn your beat down on a very, very loud track, and nestle your vocals in there according to their frequencies. Okay, guys, so I appreciate y'all tuning in. This is the tutorial I'm doing on how to use a free plugin to turn down your beat to set your vocals into. I hope you enjoyed this. Please comment, like, and subscribe below if you like this video. Leave me any comments that tell me what sort of recording tips you might need. So let me know what you guys want in the comments below. Like, subscribe, comment, all that sort of stuff. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Peace.